now come to order. Roll call.
Councillor Lillis.
Here.
Councillor Koivunen.
Here.
Mayor Vaisalovich.
Here. Let's see, what do we got tonight? We ain't got much. Minutes of City Council workshop September 9th and minutes of City Council meeting September 15th. If we don't have any questions or changes, do we have a motion to approve these?
So moved.
Motion made by Lillis. Do I have a support? Support. Support by Koivunen. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Approval of tonight's agenda. We have anything to add or take off on here? We good? Anybody else have anything to change on that? If not, I'll call for a motion that we approve tonight's agenda as it stands.
So moved.
Motion made by Lillis. Do I have a support? Support. Support by Koivunen. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. No appointments or presentations. It don't look like we have anybody in the audience other than Bill, and he'll wait till the end. Item G, consent agenda, approval of payroll September 1st through the 15th, and approval of claims September 2020. Anybody have any questions or anything? If not, call for a motion that we approve these payroll and claims. So moved. Motion made by Koivunen. Do you have a support?
Support.
Support by Lillis. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. No public hearings, no unfinished business. Holy man, guys, I don't know if I can get 15 minutes out of this one. And we go to new business. EMS, transfer EMT position description and revised ambulance service transfer policy. Anybody got anything else to add on that, or are we good the way it stands?
Well, Mayor, we were hoping, after this product was presented for council's review, we thought of one additional possibility that we would like the council to consider, and that's under minimum qualifications on the transfer position. To add some language in there that would allow the person that is not able to satisfactorily complete an annual physical to allow them 90 days to be able to comply with that requirement. I guess that's just in the interest of fairness to the employees. The transfer position is a newly created position and strictly to I guess, twofold. One, to have a dedicated staff to do just transfers of patients. And secondly, to provide some opportunity for the folks that have been working for us that feel that they would rather not stay on the full workload, that they would rather just deal with transfers solely. Would allow them an opportunity to do that. So the transfer position will not supplant the ability of the other employees to do transfers to or as they commonly do, to try to up their, or get a little extra pay for their position. So it's not going to replace any of that, but it's going to supplement that. So again, in addition to the language that's in there, we would ask that you consider the 90-day period of time to comply with the minimum qualifications. And that would be after an annual physical. And I suspect the director or the operations supervisor is on board with the 90 days.
Absolutely.
And I think the only question I had was, when that would actually start. Would that actually be from the date of the physical examination?
Yes.
Okay. That's all I have, Mayor.
Anyone else have anything to add? If not, call for motion that we approve this policy.
So moved.
Motion made by Lillis. We have a support there.
Support.
Mr. Coivinon. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item 2, pay request from Northern Ecological Services for 2020 Veterans Park Beach Shoreline Restoration Project. And Jerry, as it looks like at the pictures, they got rid of the wall totally then.
Yes,
Okay.
we had that concrete retaining wall.
Yep.
That's been kicking over for years. They removed that, they sloped the area, planted vegetation there. It looks so much better and so much safer out there. It kind of almost extended the beach area. And then on top, they cut a trench, installed a pipe underground that came out into the lake area to catch any runoff coming off the top of the beach area. So they really came nice, and we got a grant for 75% of the total cost of that. From North St. Louis County Water District, Water and Soil District. So we're paying 25% of that total cost, and they're covering 75%.
Is somebody able, now can they pull a boat up there?
Well, we had a dock, our fishing pier was off that
Yeah.
dock before, and then we had another dock. We're still gonna set those up.
Oh, cool. Okay. Looks nice.
Yeah, it really came nice.
Anybody else have any questions on that? Because that wall has been there, God, must be since the 30s, I would think, eh?
Long time.
No one has any questions, call for a motion that we approve this pay request.
So moved.
Motion made by Koivunen, do I have a support?
Support.
Support by Lillis, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carried. Have resignation from firefighter Thor Thompson. And call for a motion that we accept this resignation and send Thor a letter of thanks for his time on the fire department.
So moved.
Support.
Motion made by Lillis, support by Koivunen. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. And resignation from EMT Richard High. Ma'am, is that Rick, was on the police force, the old, Rick the dad?
One in the no, it's,
Junior? Oh, okay. I was getting confused with both of them.
yeah, he's been an EMT since he started,
Oh, is that right? Oh, I didn't know that.
or since before he started, actually.
Well, I'd like to call for a motion that we accept the resignation of Richard High and also send him a letter of thanks for his time in service as an
So-
EMT. Motion made by Koivunen. Do I have support?
Support.
Support by Lillis. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Appointment of fire officers. Chief Sperlin interviewed candidates and recommends the following appointments. Deputy Chief Dan Kraske, Captain Fire Ground James Cuff, Lieutenant Training Peter Klobachek. Call for a motion that we accept this recommendation from Fire Chief Sperlin.
So moved.
Motion made by Koivunen. Do we have a support?
I'll support.
Support by Lillis. Any further discussion?
Yeah, I just want to thank everyone for stepping up and taking an interest in our community. You know, they volunteer a lot of their time, and means a lot to me, and I'm sure to
Yes.
Councilor Koivunen as well, that they're taking an active interest in the fire department and an active interest in our community, as they have for many years. These folks have been with us for a period of time, and top-notch folks.
Yeah, you remember
All of
some
the
of them.
candidates we interviewed are top-notch folks, so.
Yeah, it's tough. It's hard when you have that many good guys come up for one position. You know, it's tough to pick somebody.
Yeah, and,
It's nice to have all that expertise and experience too, you know, there's a big
well,
value on
absolutely,
that.
absolutely.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carried. Next item, purchase agreement and resolution authorizing conveyance of real estate to Lisa M. Peterson and David M. Peterson. Where's that property?
So that property is, on 17th and 8th.
Oh, is that the other,
It's on the north end,
they're building a garage or something there?
building a house.
Oh, okay, because I was
Nice.
confused.
Good little house.
Oh, good. those are nice things to pass.
There's a lot of value. I would speculate there's $1 million of value coming out there. Probably the last of these sales, and like the fire sales within the last years.
Yeah. It's really nice out there when I drove there today.
Coming into the city.
Yeah.
And people and students and.
Well, let's like say we gotta take inventory of what we have and, you know, what we can sell. Anybody have any questions? If not, I'll call for a motion that we approve this purchase agreement and resolution for the Petersons.
So moved.
Motion made by Koivunen, do I have a support?
Support?
Support by Lillis, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carried. Fencing quotes for the Ellis location. Man, is this a scary looking thing.
Yes.
What's the? Al, what's your take on all this?
Well, we got two quotes, one from Iron Oaks, the other from Century Fence. The Iron Oaks quote is substantially less than the Century Fence quote. The Century Fence quote would be completed by the end of the year if the award was done in September is what it says. They need about 45 days to do the work. The other Iron Oaks, the quite a bit lower quote, it looks like roughly half, would be completed by the spring. They're saying May 31st if there's a normal spring, not a late winter. They both bid on the same items, so it should be fairly apples to apples. They gave them a fence spec, it's chain link fence, 4 foot, and then they both priced an additional, I'm looking for that here. If you wanted to do a 6 foot tall fence, I don't see it actually on the one, but for some reason when it was printed out, it was cutting off for me too, Iron Oaks quote. What their base quote is for a 4 foot tall fence. And then there'd be 4 gates at $1,550 a piece.
You know, are we required to secure that property because of the,
So like we talked previously, it's in our best interest, based on our conversation with the city attorney, to fence that property and only allow people that are permitted and have land licenses to own that property. So I think we should go with the lower quote and have it done next year.
well, that's where I'm kind of leaning. It's been like that for how long,
Yeah.
you
So
know?
it's another 9 months.
You know, we got the land licenses there. Does that mean once we secure that property, we could rent space for people like to park campers and stuff in there since we're gonna have it secured?
I didn't even think about that.
That's kind of, you know, we're such in these small old towns, you're in such a bind because we had to do something for those people with the campers down off of Douglas or Lincoln Avenue there.
So, okay, I'll give that some thought, okay, because it's gonna be secure.
That's what I was thinking since,
Yep,
because people, you know, have so many more things nowadays and that way it's there, that's their spot, they don't have to worry about
yeah,
it.
the key is to limit, you know, you can't just build on it the way it is. You have to jump through some hoops, so. If you wouldn't be building, we'd be parking something. So
Right, that's what I was thinking, boats.
Will there be a way for the 4-wheelers to go around there, chief?
Oh, boy.
I've seen the plans, but you know, it is a concern of mine because just like mine property right now, when you have a fence,
Yep.
a fence doesn't stop the people that want to come in and how they, you know, if they're going to be cutting the fence. So there has to be some type of system in place where maybe we could do periodic checks of the surrounding fence area, maybe with our 4-wheeler, et cetera. So
Well, I know right now that I'm down there a lot and I have 4-wheelers come by, I'm gonna say 40 miles an hour. And they're spinning rocks like this at my garage. I mean, I won't mind seeing them go, but, you know, I just wanna make sure they have a place to,
Well, they have a designated route now.
that's what I mean, they'll be able to do it no problem and,
Yep, right.
okay. Because there's more and more people using side-by-sides and 4-wheelers right now, which that's what we wanted to,
Right.
so I don't wanna cut them off.
I'll tell you, I see a lot of them on the streets and they all seem to really be driving not good, you know?
Yep.
Watching the traffic and
They have a designated
really
road.
respectful of everybody.
And that's what we wanna see.
Yeah.
We actually get a few that come in and they go to eat and they stop and have a couple beverages and that's what we want for the downtown businesses and they go to the gas station.
Well,
and-
that's why you live here,
Yep.
you know, for that type of flexibility and stuff. What do you guys think? You wanna go with that lower quote for that fence?
Well, I'll make a motion.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because the problem with this is it's not gonna go down.
No.
So if we decide we have to do it next year, I mean, it's probably gonna be like lumber, an extra $10,000.
I mean, we're kind of caught between a rock and a hard spot because we need to
protect ourselves
protect
from
our own
lawsuits.
property from or in the city from lawsuits. A lot of money to be spending, but
Like I say, you might be able to generate a little revenue if we can rent some spots down there to people.
Being superior, yeah.
I will second that, man.
Okay, motion made by Coivinon and support by Lillis that we accept the lower bid for the fencing. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, motion carried. Approve coronavirus relief aid expenditures. No, we spent everything?
So we had that workshop.
Yeah. I don't wanna leave any money on the
No,
table.
we're not gonna, because anything, like, let's say, like, we found out that those UV disinfectant lights, they're like not on the shelf. So if we're unable to get them, then we can backfill with our EMS wages. So we're not gonna leave any money on the table.
Okay.
So,
And there's not that much stuff on here to chew up 276,000.
right.
No.
Well, when you got radios
Yeah.
that are eating up
Yeah.
190,000 for one line item, that's a lot of money.
And what's the life shelf on these radios, chief? 2-3 years?
Longer than
No,
that.
longer than that. The current ones, we're going on 9 years now.
Okay.
Almost complete. So I would say a good 8 to 10 years.
Well, that's a good turn for your buck considering.
Well, these are better phone radio. I think they'll be better tested, these throughout law enforcement and fire and EMS, so.
I like, cause they're all the same.
Yeah.
Everybody's got the
Yeah.
same
Uniformity.
radio. So, I mean, that's,
And communication is so key for all
bet.
emergency purposes, for police, fire, ambulance. Communication is an absolute necessity. Be able to push that radio mic and actually talk to someone and hear someone, it's very important. That is definitely a community safety issue.
It's gotta be better than our phone service. I don't know, there must be some sort of magnetic clouds or something over Eveleth because it's terrible.
if anybody else have any questions on our list here? If not, I'll call for a motion that we approve this expenditures from that coronavirus relief aid funds.
So moved.
Motion made by Lillis, do I have a support?
I'll support.
Support by Koivunen, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye opposed, motion carried. Number 9, appoint 2 council members, 1 council member alternate to the Eveleth, Virginia Airport Authority Board. You just wanna wait till we get the rest of the,
Well, there's a board meeting next Wednesday.
Well, I think we actually did talk a little bit about this with you under the helm and Bradley as the second, because you guys have you have more knowledge in it than, I mean, I flew an airplane, but it was one of them little stick ones. You know, the rubber bands, so, but since I was on the board, I would be willing to be the third alternate
Okay.
if somebody can't make it. Because I know, Brian, he's got a plate full of stuff. And,
Well, I was hoping we might consider appointing John since he's not here.
oh man.
oh, we could put John on
guys are
something since he's, I like that idea.
I only like doing that to Bradley.
Well, Bradley was on, Bradley was on,
He was a liaison.
he was the liaison and I was the liaison a while back ago. So I wouldn't have a problem going if one of these two can't make
Okay.
it, but.
Well, should we do that then? Brad, myself, and Joe's the alternate?
I'll make that motion, Mayor.
Oh, John slipped out on one.
Whoa, don't let me hold you back there.
I guess I'll support it.
Motion made by Lillis, support by Koivunen. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Number 10, bids for 2021 Garfield Street improvements.
Can Alan come over here?
So we got, 7 bidders this time for the project, and it came in slightly higher than, it was this spring. So these bids are good for 35 days, again, attention to start next spring right after road restrictions. I talked with White, the White company, out of Rogers. They have a Duluth crew or offices in Duluth as well. They've been doing a lot of work up on the range in northern Minnesota in the past couple of years. We did a project with them locally here a couple of years ago, and it went just fine. If you haven't heard of them before, they do a lot of site developments, utility work, treating infrastructure, stuff like that. So it's something they're certainly capable of doing.
You said the bids were higher than they were earlier?
Yes, spring, the low bid was 1.523s, so slightly 50,000, 60,000 more than the spring when we got a bid on this.
Would you guys mind if we had maybe a workshop next week to look at them bids and kind of,
Yeah, I mean, we've been,
it's such a huge, amount of money.
oh, it's significant. I mean, we've been discussing this issue for years, actually, and
Yeah,
I don't see what another few weeks is gonna hurt anything, and we don't have any deadlines on dates or anything, do
No,
we, Alan?
the way that it's written into the ad for bids and language for when they put this bid together, it's very typical. That's 35 days that the city has where there's a bid bond. Everything's good for that, basically just over
Okay.
a month always. So shouldn't be a problem if you guys want to consider it, mull it over, see how it's going to be paid for if you wanted to go ahead with it. So.
yeah, and that way if we get some more specific questions for Alan on them bids, we can do that at a workshop easier. Are you gonna send Rod?
I could, I'll see if Rod can come. Might be a little bit, yeah, might be a little tricky to get a hold of him right now, but, you could have somebody come over and
Okay.
if you wanted to have a workshop and.
Yeah,
Let's talk through it.
Send a greenhorn we can torment.
Oh, God.
Yeah, send them over.
Oh, well, that anybody else have any questions for Alan? If not, that takes care of new business. Anybody have any committee reports or anything? It's been pretty quiet. Chief, you got anything to add?
Not tonight, Mayor.
Jerry?
No, nothing further.
Well, Alan, I think we wore you out tonight. Jackie, you got anything?
I don't think.
Mitch, you have anything?
No, Mayor.
Steph? Bill? I'm giving you one shot here.
I would, but you can shut the camera off and I'll talk.
Oh.
Off the record.
Otherwise, I gotta drop the hammer. Meeting adjourned.